From News Channel 15, you're watching News Channel 15 Tonight with Aiden Karcher. This is News Channel 15 Tonight.
Hi, good evening. Welcome to News Channel 15. I'm Aiden Karcher, and here's a look at your news tonight. The Wabash County Health Department is warning residents about growing dangers of emerging drugs being sold legally at local gas stations and convenience stores. Health Department representatives recently attended a training called Tall Cops Stay Stop, which focuses on substances such as Kratom, which are widely available over the counter. Health officials have explained that Kratom is marketed as a natural energy booster or mood enhancer, similar to caffeine. However, it can have highly addictive and opioid-like effects. The substance is chemically altered from a plant material and can be consumed in several ways, including teas or smoking. The health department reports seeing more individuals impacted by Kratom use at the health center, making an emphasis on how Kratom use has had devastating consequences for some local families, and urged the public to become better informed about what is being sold at gas stations and local convenience stores. They made note that it is often advertised in misleading ways, which doesn't highlight the serious risks that it comes with. The health department says education and awareness are key steps in preventing further harm from these substances. Looking at area arrests, late Friday night, 29-year-old Colton Dixon of Mount Carmel was taken into custody after Gibson County Deputy Eric Powell conducted a traffic stop on a blue Ford F-150 after observing the vehicle disregard the traffic signal on US 41 and State Road 68. Upon approaching the vehicle, Deputy Powell detected the odor of an alcoholic beverage coming from inside the vehicle. At that point, he began a roadside DUI investigation that resulted in Powell being taken into custody and charged with operating a motor vehicle while intoxicated. The Wayne County Sheriff's Department made 2 arrests and outstanding warrants over the weekend. Jewel Gwaltney, 23, of Murray, Kentucky, was taken into custody by Wayne County deputies on Friday morning. Gwaltney was wanted on a White County warrant for retail theft. After being booked into the Wayne County Jail and processed, Gwaltney was released with conditions of pretrial release in White County. Saturday night, deputies arrested Christopher Kennedy, 46, of Sims. Kennedy was wanted on a failure to appear warrant related to a charge of possession of methamphetamine. He was transported to the Wayne County Jail, where he remains pending a court appearance. Several arrests occurred this last weekend in White County. Carl Matthews was arrested on his White County warrant for aggravated assault from January. He was booked and released with a first appearance set for March 10th at 9 a.m. Friday morning, Norris City resident Christy Southard was taken into custody at the White County Courthouse for her White County arrest warrant for battery. Southard was transported to the White County Jail. On Friday night, at the Rock Bottom in Carmi involving Jeffrey Edwards, a Rosiclare native, was arrested for unlawful use of a weapon, unlawful display of registration, and possession of cannabis in a motor vehicle. Edwards was also issued citations for illegal transportation of alcohol and operation of an uninsured motor vehicle. Saturday, following a traffic stop and the passenger in the vehicle, Dustin Grant was arrested for possession of cannabis in a motor vehicle and was cited for littering. And on Friday, Carmi police pulled over Jerry Beeson and issued a notice to appear citation for driving while license suspended. Finally, last week, after months of investigation into meth distribution, the Wayne County Sheriff's Office made several arrests. Judy Head, 67, of Sims, was arrested on a warrant for unlawful delivery of meth. About 175 grams of meth were found during the arrest, leading to 2 new charges of unlawful delivery of meth and unlawful possession of meth. 27-year-old Jace Waldrop of Mill Shoals was arrested for delivery of meth. While being arrested, officers found him to be in possession of 25 controlled substance pills, along with 6 grams of meth. Waldrop was arrested on new charges of possession of meth and of a controlled substance. Carmi woman Jarrett Ewing was also arrested on her warrant for unlawful delivery of meth and was found to be in possession of digital scales and 11 grams of meth. Ewing faces new charges of delivery of meth and possession of meth. Albion native Kyle Hicks was found to be in possession of 43 grams of meth during his arrest and received an additional charge of unlawful delivery of meth. 2 additional people were arrested for their warrants for unlawful delivery of meth, including Jamie Vaughn of Fairfield and Nicole Parker. That's a look at news. Kyle Peach is next with your forecast. Max Gerlach has some sports a bit later. Stay with us.
Are you living with chronic conditions or finding it hard to manage your health at home? If you're 18 or older, have a primary care provider through Wabash General Hospital, and live in Wabash, Edwards, White, or Lawrence County, our community paramedics can help. Get support in the comfort of your home, including follow-up care, home safety and medication education, vital sign checks, disease management support, and resource connections. Our certified paramedics will work with your doctor to provide non-emergent care to keep you healthy at home. Ask your WGH primary care provider for a referral to community paramedicine.
There's a lot of things that you can do to help and reduce your heating bills over the winter time. Open the draperies in the house. Let the sun warm the interior of your home during the day. That helps reduce some of that heating load during the day. Consider installing programmable thermostats. You can drop the temperature down while you're not there, or in the evening times when you're asleep, make the house a little cooler, and then have those programmable thermostats bring the temperature up at the times you're actually in the home, not away.
Welcome back. I'm Kyle Peach. Time to talk weather here tonight. We're going to have probably the best day of the week coming up tomorrow. Warmer temperatures and dry conditions for the most part. All clear out here tonight on the local radar scan. Looking at numbers today, 42 our high today, warmer than it was yesterday, 21 the low this morning. All below normal, but we're creeping up on those normals for this time of year. No rain in the gauge. The sun was out today. Clear skies overnight tonight. You'll see a little bit of a brief disturbance coming in sometime on Tuesday. We may see some clouds in the morning. Rain's going to develop, but we think it's going to stay to the south of the area as the clouds will begin then to dissipate later on in the day, overnight into Wednesday. Warmer temperatures tomorrow, then cooler again on Wednesday, but we will see a mix of sun and clouds throughout the day on Wednesday. Again, we think all the rain will stay to the south. Clear skies to partly cloudy skies out there overnight tonight. Overnight lows not as chilly. We'll be in the mid to upper 30s across the region. On Tuesday, pick day of the week. A mix of sun and clouds, maybe more clouds than sun at times, but the temperatures will be mild. Low 60s down around Carmi and McLeansboro, mid to upper 50s, Mount Carmel, Fairfield, and Albion, mid to upper 50s as well, Newton, Olney, and Flora. As we go on to Tuesday night into Wednesday, we'll see that front pass that had that rain chance with it to the south, and that will cool the temperatures back down. Clear to partly cloudy skies overnight into Wednesday morning. Overnight lows upper 20s to low 30s. And then on Wednesday, it will be a partly cloudy day, back to more seasonal type temperatures. At least they will be at normal for this time of year. Mid 40s across the region for the highs. We could see a brief rain disturbance overnight Thursday night into Friday, and then a better chance of rain, unfortunately, for the weekend. But the temperatures hanging around that normal point for most of the end of this week and back into the 50s for early next week. That's a look at weather. Max Gerlach's next with sports.
Get your new Ford at Steve Faulkner Automotive. Lease a new 2025 Ford F-150 for $484 a month, or lease a 2025 Bronco for $493 per month on a 36-month lease. Find your new vehicle at SteveFaulknerAutomotive.com. Your best deals are at Steve Faulkner Automotive. Get a 2026 Pacifica with 1.9% financing, or lease a 2026 Wrangler for $397 a month. See store for details and go to SteveFaulknerAutomotive.com.
Teaching kids about money is an important step, and the Student Plus account from the First National Bank makes it simple. It's a free checking account designed for students who are learning to manage their own spending with tools that help parents stay connected. With spending limits, real-time alerts, and instant transfers, students can build smart money habits while parents have peace of mind. Getting started is easy. Visit the nearest branch to open a Student Plus account and choose the features that fit your family best. The Student Plus account from the First National Bank. Parents choose the controls, students learn responsibility.
Member FDIC.
I chose Wabash Valley College because I didn't really know what I wanted to do right after high school. And today I can say it was the best decision that I could have made. When I was here, I had the chance to join different clubs and to take a couple different classes, and I really expanded on my interests. In my classes, I learned what I liked and I learned what I didn't like. So I did get to meet new friends. I joined a bunch of clubs, practiced some leadership skills, and kind of gradually grew into adulthood here. And so I'm very grateful for that. My name is Jonathan Leach. I graduated in 2013 from Wabash Valley College, and that's why this was the best decision for me.
Now, News Channel 15 Sports with Max Gerlach.
Hi, I'm Max Gerlach, and it's time for sports. This weekend was a big one, Southern Illinois men's basketball. It all started with some conference matchups from Friday the 6th in the Black Diamond East. Edwards County beat Hamilton County 77-66. Fairfield beat El Dorado 62-33, and Flora beat Carmi White County 57-33. On the west side of the conference, Goreville got Christopher 71-36. Trico over Ziegler Royalton 78-30. Vienna beat Johnson City 60-47. In the Little Illini Conference, Casey Westfield got Mount Carmel 44-31. Top-ranked Lawrenceville continued their winning ways over the Olney Tigers 57-27. Marshall got the best of their cross-county rival Newton 71-62. Robinson barely scraped one out 53-45 over the Paris Tigers in overtime. Saturday, the 7th, was a big one in 1A basketball, where we saw number 1 ranked Lawrenceville fall by 5 to top 10 ranked Goreville in one of the biggest upsets of the year so far. Also at the Rich Heron Shootout in Benton, other top-ranked teams in 1A, Waltonville and Weber, lost their respective games. Some local scores from Saturday night: Hamilton County over Gallatin County 64-28. Cumberland beat Newton by 4 points. In their non-conference matchup, Wayne City took a big win home against Christopher 59-54. Vienna got Flora 63-56 in the Rich Heron Shootout in Benton, where Olney also fell to host Benton 62-42. In girls basketball, in the Little Illini, it was Mount Carmel girls adding to their winning streak this Friday, where they got the best of Casey Westfield 50-19. Also in the LIC, it was Richland County over Lawrenceville 75-40. This Saturday had a matchup of 2 of the top teams in the Black Diamond Conference, Edwards County and Carmite-White County. Edwards County had already captured the conference championship with an earlier week win over El Dorado. They won this one 48-47 and a nail-biter down in Carmite. Also in the Black Diamond East, it was Hamilton County getting the best of Flora 62-32. In non-conference play, North Clay took down Wayne City 48-26. Richland County also went to 3A Mount Vernon and got a huge win over the Rams 53-50. Regional pairings came out this past week. Here's where our local teams will end up in Class 2A. Mount Carmel is the first seed in their own regional and will get to play the winner of Newton and Flora on Monday the 16th. Fairfield plays Salem in that same regional on Monday the 16th. Edwards County girls get the bye in the Bluford-Weber regional, where they will match up with the winner of Bluford and Cabden. The Lady Indians of Lawrenceville are also in that same regional, and they will take on South Central to advance to take on the Woodlawn Lady Cardinals. In college baseball, it's just getting underway, and the Wabash Valley Warriors are rolling. They started their year in Panama City, going 3-2 in that respected tournament. They then went on to beat the number 1 ranked team in Salt Lake Community College 3-2 in a big-time matchup down in Weatherford, Texas. In local college basketball, Wabash Valley took the win over Southwestern Illinois College 77-68. Only Central was not as fortunate with a big loss to Lincoln Trail College 84-61. Just last night, the biggest day of football every year happened, where the Seahawks took on the Patriots in Super Bowl action. It was a very intense defensive matchup between the two teams, which led to a 12-0 halftime lead for the Seahawks. With no touchdowns scored, then late in the third quarter, Sam Darnold found a hole in the Patriots defense, sending a touchdown to tight end A.J. Barner. Later on, the Patriots cashed in a touchdown to receiver Mac Hollins. Then the Seattle's defense, labeled the dark side, had a huge pick six to seal the game for the Seahawks. Kenneth Walker III was Super Bowl MVP as Seattle pulled away to become the 17th organization ever to win multiple Super Bowls. That's going to do it for our newscast tonight. For Aiden Karcher and Kyle Peach, I'm Max Gerlach. Have a great night.
As a faculty member, Wabash Valley College was the best decision ever. I've always been excited to return back to Wabash Valley as an employee to inspire students the way I was inspired when I went to school here. And what I love is the sense of community that I have with my coworkers and being able to provide that to our students.
My name is Sarah Limboski, and I'm from Mexico. I think that it was the best decision ever because I found the program really interesting and it was what I was looking for, academic-wise and sport-wise. I think here they try to always help you to grow in the academic part, but also as a person. And I always value that balance. And yeah, it's been great and I have learned so much here. I think it will help me for my future.